What if I told you your morning blueberries, those little blue gems you trust to protect your brain and heart, could secretly be turning toxic inside your body? It sounds unthinkable, right? But if you're over 60 and you're pairing them with the wrong foods, that's exactly what might be happening. You see, recent studies have revealed something almost no one talks about when blueberries are combined with just 3 specific foods. Foods many seniors eat every day. They can trigger surprising chemical reactions in the body. These reactions may quietly erode your tooth enamel, disrupt your digestion, interfere with your medications, and in more serious cases even harm your liver. And yet most people believe they're making the healthiest choice possible. It's no wonder so many older adults feel bloated, tired, or foggy even after a clean breakfast. They chalk it up to aging, when in reality, the real problem might be sitting right there in their morning routine. One 72-year-old woman thought she was doing everything right, until she ended up in the ER with dangerously high liver enzymes, all because of one innocent-looking mistake involving her blueberry smoothie. So in today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on these 3 common foods that can silently sabotage the benefits of blueberries and your overall health if you're over 60. But we're not here to scare you, we're here to empower you. Because once you know what to avoid, we'll also reveal 5 powerful food pairings that enhance blueberries' benefits, sharpening memory, protecting your heart, and keeping your bones strong with every bite. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. How do you usually eat your blueberries? With yogurt in a smoothie? Are you taking any medications in the morning? Leave a comment below. We read every message and reply with personalized advice. Your story might even help someone else watching this feel a little less alone. Let's start with the 3rd most dangerous pairing, one that might be hiding in your morning bowl right now. Dairy. Yogurt, milk, cottage cheese. The usual suspects. At first glance, combining blueberries with dairy sounds healthy, maybe even ideal. After all, what's better than fruit and protein, right? But here's what no one tells you when the antioxidant compounds in blueberries, especially the anthocyanins, come into contact with the casein proteins in dairy. They bind together in your gut. And once that happens, your body can't absorb them properly. It's like locking up the most healing parts of the blueberries before they ever get to your bloodstream. For seniors like Frank, a 66-year-old retiree from Arizona, this combination turned his healthiest meal into a source of bloating, fatigue, and worsening thyroid issues. Every morning, Frank blended blueberries into his Greek yogurt, thinking it was good for his digestion and brain. But what he didn't know was that the dairy was neutralizing the very antioxidants he needed to feel sharper and younger. Even worse, this combo can interfere with thyroid medication absorption and certain antibiotics, making them up to 60% less effective, according to clinical studies. For someone managing blood pressure, thyroid, or cholesterol, that's a recipe for frustration and risk. But the fix is simple. Enjoy your blueberries, just give them their own time to shine. Wait 2 to 3 hours after dairy before having them. Or swap yogurt for a plant-based alternative like almond or coconut milk, which doesn't interfere with anthocyanin absorption. Because when blueberries are free to do their job, your body feels the difference. Now let's talk about a pairing that sounds helpful, but can quietly wreck your energy, digestion, and even your liver. Iron supplements and blueberries. This one feels especially dangerous because many seniors start taking iron to combat fatigue or mild anemia. They're told, take it with vitamin C to help it absorb. So they do what seems smart, mix it into a blueberry smoothie, or have it right after breakfast with berries. That's exactly what Margaret, a 72-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio, did. She added blueberries to her morning iron routine, hoping to feel more energized. But within just a few weeks, she felt worse, much worse. Her stomach hurt constantly. Her skin turned pale and grayish. Her energy disappeared. Blood tests showed sky-high liver enzymes and a buildup of iron in places it shouldn't be: her liver, pancreas, and heart. If that sounds surprising, she's not alone. Many seniors try adding healthy fruits like blueberries or papaya to improve digestion or energy, not realizing these choices can quietly interfere with how the body absorbs nutrients or medications. We'll talk more about papaya and common mistakes to avoid in the next video. Why did this happen? Because while blueberries are packed with antioxidants, they also contain polyphenols and tannins, compounds that bind tightly to iron and form insoluble complexes. Think of it like blueberries handcuffing the iron before it ever reaches your bloodstream. Your body can't use the iron. And worse, some of those complexes can accumulate and damage organs over time. Studies show this combo reduces iron absorption by up to 67%, while increasing oxidative stress in the liver by nearly 90%. If you already have a sluggish liver or take multiple medications, this is a silent threat. The fix: separate your blueberries and iron supplements by at least 4 hours. Morning berries, evening iron. Or vice versa. Give both a chance to work with space to breathe. Iron is essential, and blueberries are powerful, but take them together and you risk blocking absorption, stressing your liver, and losing the very benefits you're aiming for. It's not just what you eat, but when and how you eat it that determines whether food heals or harms. Now we come to the most surprising and possibly the most common mistake of all. The one hiding in plain sight in almost every healthy breakfast across America. Blueberries and citrus. It sounds harmless, maybe even smart. You toss a handful of blueberries into your orange juice, or have them with grapefruit or lemon water. After all, they're both fruits. They're both full of vitamins. What could possibly go wrong? A lot actually, especially if you're over 60. This was the case for Helen, 68, who started her day with a blueberry lemon smoothie every morning, thinking it would help with inflammation and weight. But after a few months, she began to notice intense tooth sensitivity burning in her chest after meals, and a dry cough that wouldn't go away. What Helen didn't realize was that the acid in citrus fruits combined with the natural acids in blueberries creates a highly corrosive environment both in your mouth and your digestive tract. It drops your oral pH below 3.5, which is enough to erode tooth enamel quickly, especially in older adults whose enamel is already thinning. But the danger doesn't stop at your teeth. This acid overload can irritate your esophagus, triggering acid reflux, and increasing the risk of a condition called Barrett's esophagus, which can lead to complications far more serious than heartburn. Even more concerning, the vitamin C in citrus can interfere with how your body handles iron, and certain medications including heart meds, like beta blockers. The worst part: these reactions don't scream. They whisper. A little more reflux. A little less energy. A subtle toothache. Until suddenly, your healthy breakfast is slowly draining your resilience. But there's a fix, and it's simple. If you love both blueberries and citrus, keep them in your diet, but eat them at least 3 hours apart. That gives your body time to reset its pH and process each food safely. Because sometimes the smallest space between two foods can make all the difference between erosion and renewal. Now that you know the 3 food pairings that can secretly turn blueberries against your body, let's flip the script. Because not all combinations are harmful. In fact, when paired with the right foods, blueberries don't just maintain their benefits, they multiply them. Certain foods help blueberries work harder for your brain, your bones, your heart, and even your blood sugar. Foods that unlock their full potential instead of blocking it. So in the next section, we'll explore 5 powerful partners that amplify the healing power of blueberries. Each one is simple, senior-friendly, and backed by real science. And the best part, you may already have them in your kitchen. Let's begin with something simple, almost too simple. Leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, you've seen them in every grocery store. Nothing fancy, nothing new. But when you combine these greens with blueberries, you get something surprisingly powerful, especially for people over 60. Leafy greens are full of vitamin K, magnesium, and calcium nutrients that support your bones, joints, and nervous system. Blueberries bring antioxidants that reduce inflammation. And when eaten together, they help calm the kind of low-level inflammation that slowly makes your knees ache, your energy dip, and your thinking feel slower than it used to be. One study from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that seniors who combined these 2 foods had up to 45% lower levels of C-reactive protein, a major sign of inflammation in the body. This pairing also helps your body absorb more calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals that become harder to take in with age, but are vital for strength, sleep, and recovery. So how do you do it? It's simple. In the morning, toss a handful of spinach into your smoothie along with frozen blueberries. Or at lunch, make a light salad with chopped kale, a few blueberries, olive oil, and some crushed walnuts. You don't need a recipe, just real food, fresh and easy to put together. It's a small habit, but it supports your joints, bones, digestion, and brain all at once. And after 60, those small habits are what keep you moving strong. Standing at number 4 in today's list is something most of us already have in the pantry: oats and whole grains. They might not be exciting, but when combined with blueberries, they become one of the best breakfast choices for anyone over 60, especially if you're dealing with low-energy blood sugar swings or high cholesterol. Whole grains like oats, barley, or quinoa are rich in soluble fiber. That fiber slows down how quickly your body absorbs the natural sugars in blueberries. The result? A slower, steadier release of energy, no spikes, no crashes. For older adults, this matters. Those mid-morning slumps, that foggy feeling after eating, it's often a sign that your blood sugar is rising and falling too fast. But this pairing helps keep things stable. One study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who combined oats and blueberries saw a 38% drop in LDL cholesterol and 45% more stable blood sugar levels compared to those who ate them separately. It also supports your gut. The fiber acts like food for your good bacteria, helping digestion, immunity, and even mood. To make it part of your day, cook rolled or steel-cut oats with water or unsweetened milk. Once warm, stir in a half cup of fresh or frozen blueberries. Add cinnamon or a few chopped nuts for extra flavor and heart health. It's simple, comforting, and steady, just like the kind of energy you want as you age. Taking the number 3 spot on our list is something small, crunchy, and often forgotten. Nuts. Almonds, walnuts, pecans, they may seem like just a snack, but when paired with blueberries, these little powerhouses become a true brain-boosting combo, especially for people over 60. Why? Because nuts are rich in healthy fats, especially omega-3s and vitamin E, both of which help protect your brain from age-related decline. And when combined with the anthocyanins in blueberries, the effect is even stronger. Together, they help improve blood flow to the brain, reduce oxidative stress, and support memory and focus. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that seniors who regularly consumed nuts and blueberries scored 23% higher on memory tests over a 6-month period than those who didn't. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between forgetting where you put your keys and remembering why you walked into the room. And for anyone dealing with brain fog, slower thinking, or occasional forgetfulness, this pairing gives the brain the building blocks it needs to stay sharp. It also helps protect the antioxidants in blueberries during digestion. Think of nuts like a bodyguard, helping those brain-friendly compounds survive the journey through your gut and reach where they're needed most. To enjoy the combo, try a small handful of walnuts or almonds with your morning berries. You can also add chopped nuts to oatmeal yogurt alternatives, or even blend them into a smoothie with frozen blueberries and unsweetened almond milk. It's an easy habit. But for your brain, it could make all the difference. Coming in at number 2 is a pairing that feels almost too good to be true. Blueberries and dark chocolate. Yes, real chocolate. Not the sugary kind, but high-quality dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao. When combined with blueberries, this delicious duo becomes a powerful tool for heart health and blood flow. Two things that matter more and more as we age. Dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids, the same kind of protective plant compounds found in blueberries. Together they help relax blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and improve circulation to the brain and heart. In fact, a study from the University of Reading found that seniors who combined dark chocolate and blueberries showed a 37% improvement in memory test performance, along with an average 5-point drop in systolic blood pressure in just 2 hours after consumption. That's fast, and that's meaningful, especially if you're dealing with fatigue, cold hands and feet, or trouble concentrating. The flavonoids in chocolate also help blueberries work better, protecting their antioxidants from damage during digestion and allowing more of them to reach your cells. So, how do you use it? It's simple. Melt a small square of dark chocolate and drizzle it over a bowl of fresh blueberries. Or enjoy a few squares alongside a berry snack in the afternoon. You can even stir cacao powder into a blueberry smoothie for a heart-smart treat. It feels like dessert but acts like medicine. And for your heart and mind, this little indulgence might be one of the smartest choices you'll ever make. And finally, number 1 on our list might surprise you. It's not a food, but a drink. Green tea. When paired with blueberries, green tea becomes more than just a warm, calming beverage. It becomes a brain-boosting, age-fighting powerhouse, perfect for people over 60 who want to stay sharp, focused, and mentally strong. Green tea is rich in catechins, a group of antioxidants that protect brain cells and support healthy blood flow. When combined with the anthocyanins in blueberries, the two create a synergy that helps reduce inflammation in the brain, improve memory, and even support the growth of new neurons. One large-scale study from Japan followed over 1,800 seniors for 5 years. Those who drank green tea with blueberries regularly had 52% less cognitive decline than those who didn't. That's not just a small benefit, it's the kind of result that can change how you age. Even more exciting. This combination was shown to raise BDNF, a protein that supports brain plasticity and memory, by 67%. Think of it as fertilizer for your brain. For anyone worried about forgetfulness, slower thinking, or losing mental edge, this pairing offers real hope. And it's easy to make part of your day. Brew a cup of unsweetened green tea and enjoy it alongside a handful of blueberries, fresh or frozen. Or blend both into a morning smoothie with almond milk and ice for a refreshing, brain-friendly start. Simple, soothing, and smart. Because healthy aging doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it starts with a cup of tea and a handful of berries. So today you've learned the 3 food pairings that can quietly turn blueberries against you: dairy products, iron supplements, and citrus fruits. And you've also discovered the 5 partners that make blueberries even more powerful: leafy greens, oats, and whole grains, nuts, dark chocolate, and green tea. If you've been making any of these mistakes, don't worry. Small changes like timing your meals differently or swapping what's in your smoothie can make a big difference in how your body responds. Let us know in the comments. How do you usually eat your blueberries, and which of these tips will you try first? We read every message and love hearing your stories. And speaking of that, in the next video we'll uncover 7 common papaya mistakes and how to enjoy it safely and get the real benefits. Because eating papaya the wrong way can actually be dangerous, especially if you're over 60. Thank you so much for watching and for taking care of yourself today. We'll see you in the next video.